So, welcome back to my channel, Dani Daily. So, I know it's been a while, but I'm back and I'm better. So, I just had to regroup and just see what direction I wanted to take my channel in. And since I figured it out, you can stay tuned to get a sneak peek of what you will be seeing moving forward this year. So I'm not going to say too much about it right now, but like I said, stay tuned. And later on in the video, I'm going to give you a tip that could possibly help you save money on your light bill. So I'm back today just to give you a brief tip about how to save money on your light bill. This could possibly just save you big bucks, or it could possibly save you small bucks. I don't know, but it saved me big bucks when I figured this out. So I contacted my light company because my bills have been reaching anywhere from $150 to I think about $160 a month. Just to give you some insight, I live in a 1-bedroom apartment and I have free nights which start at 9 p.m. and end at 7 a.m. I do my washing and all my big energy drain duties after 9 o'clock, just to try to save some money. So I contacted them trying to understand why my bill was so expensive. So I called the company and I get on the phone with an agent. He was very knowledgeable. He gave me a lot of information, but he also told me some things about my plan that I didn't know. And when I initially signed up for the plan, it didn't tell me everything that he told me. So basically the plan that I signed up for was supposed to be 20 cents per kilowatt, I believe, 20 or 21 cents per kilowatt. And it's supposed to be free nights at 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. every day. So instead of that being true, he said I have to reach a certain percentage, which was about 35%, and I'm only hitting 25 to 27% each month. And had I been told that when I signed up, or it would have been in a fine print, that's something that could have possibly saved me a bunch of money, because I've been paying this high bill since July of last year. So he also gave me insight on a fact sheet that you can actually look at to show you like what you're actually paying. But see, the problem with that is you only get that fact sheet when you actually enroll in your contract. So by that time, it's a little too late to know exactly what you're paying when you were under the pretense that you were paying something else based on what you saw when you signed up. So these are some questions that you should be asking. But before I get to those questions, I want to show you all the fact sheet. Okay, this is the electricity facts label. You only get this sheet when you sign your contract. So pay attention to this line here. That's only an estimated amount usage based off a certain cent that they could possibly be giving, or they may be offering. That's not what you get here. You have to pay attention down here because that's what you're actually paying for. Now that I'm in my new plan, I have a flat rate 12 month of $104. That was just a plan that worked for me because of besides what else they were offering. They offered like a 60 month at 15 cents per kilowatt. They offered a 36 month at 15 cents per kilowatt. Then they also offered a 12 month, I think, for 18 cents per kilowatt. And then they offered me also the flat rate fee of $104 per month for 12 months. And for me, this actually worked out better because I calculated those cents that they were actually offering with the actual kilowatts that I would use a month, and I actually came real close to that amount. And I did it on the low end and I did it on the high end for when the summer months hit. And because I like my house extremely cold during the summer months, I chose to do a flat rate bill because I'm going to save more money by doing that. And 104 is actually a great rate, especially with things going up the way that they're going up. So This fact sheet, this electricity fact sheet, which is the EFL, will definitely give you a breakdown of what it is that you're getting. But you still need to ask some questions and get some clarity before you enroll and lock yourself in the contract, because this is something that you're going to be in once you're locked in. Specifically, in my case, I fortunately was able to change my contract, because as long as I stay with the company, I'm not charged any fees to change my contract. If I leave the company, then I'm charged $175 to leave it. So keep that in mind. But these are some questions that you should be asking before you even get to this. This is not a question, but this is the first thing that you should always do when you get a new light company or you're getting lights established. You should always check the website for pricing and deals that they may have, but you also need to contact them before you enroll in anything online. And make sure that you mention what you saw online. That way they can honor you that price. Some won't, but most will. And if they don't offer you that, make sure you read everything on that site, the fine print, to make sure you're paying what they say you're paying on the big. Number 2, you need to ask, is there a base charge? Being that I live in Houston, we have a main light company, of course, energy company. But we also have a lot of small companies that are serviced by that big company. And they have contracts with that big company, and they have to pay a certain amount to even be serviced with them. So in return, they charge the customer. And it's called a base charge or a delivery charge. So keep in mind of those charges. Ask what those charges are, because some of them are $4.95, some of them are $20. It just depends on the actual company. So ask those questions. So number 3, do they have any percentages that you have to reach in order to optimize on the plan that you are about to enroll in? Because that is something that is hidden that you don't know, and that can cause you big money. For me, it costed me a lot of money. I was supposed to be paying 20 cents per kilowatt. I end up paying 35 cents per kilowatt because I was not reaching that percentage, and it's something that I did not know about, and it's something that they did not tell me about. Not everybody's going to give you the information you need. You have to know what to ask. So make sure you ask that. Number 4. So if you're going to be moving soon, and if you don't know whether or not you're going to be transferring your services to the next location, you need to ask the question, is there an early termination fee? And if there is, what is the price? Is it prorated depending on how long you've been in your actual contract? You also need to know that if you're not moving into somewhere else where you have to transfer your lights, will they waive those fees? Questions you need to ask, because you always want to save a buck. So I hope these tips save you a bunch of money on your light bill, because with inflation being the way that it is, we could all use a few tips to save a little money here and there. So stay tuned for the next life tip.